welcome to the Nordic Stitches YouTube channel. I am Lily and I am your hostess. I reside, is that the name? I live in northern Norway, Scandinavia, aka the Arctic. I live in Vesterålen and I'm coming to you today from my mom's home in Stockholm. We are still receiving snow in here. Hashtag I am very ready for spring. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. So yeah, I will have probably already inserted a few clips of the snow and probably also at the end of the video because I do that a lot. It's a knitting podcast. I'm a knitting designer, but I also love nature and I love visiting nature and I love sharing a little bit of that with you. Welcome to new and returning viewers. I appreciate that you're taking the time out of your day to spend it here with me. There's a lot of podcasters out there, you guys. So you being here means the world to me. Now, this is just a short impromptu podcast, just like the last one, just shorter because I'm not going to flash anything, everything that I've made or stuff like that. I'm not going to include things like UFOs this time because the only UFO that I'm working on is a new design and I keep those to myself until they're published. So, and I'm also drinking a little tea so I can mention that. I'm drinking Pukka, wild apple and cinnamon. And it smells so good. Right, okay, there are timestamps in the description box below the video, so if you need to pause, you can easily come back and keep watching from a certain point. You can find me in all kinds of social media, and those are linked in the box below the video. I'm most active on Instagram and on Ravelry. I try to be active on Facebook, but Facebook just isn't my style. I have a Facebook page. Sometime in the future, I may open a Facebook group. Who knows? Anyway, I'm Nordic Stitches on all social media where I'm at. I'm not going to add any more because it's starting to pile up. Cal talk. There's a couple of Cals running, and I'm just going to scroll through my. Alright, so the resolutions Cal. I have been blabbering about this for episodes on episodes. So if you're interested in any type of Cal where you can knit anything you want, this is a Cal for you. Go into my group on Ravelry, linked it below the video, and check it out. The second Cal is the Kofte along that I am co-hosting with Amelia from Arctic Knitting Podcast here on YouTube. A wonderful lady. If you haven't checked out her podcast, you really should. She's wonderful. A kofta is what I'm wearing, which I will be back to. It runs out April. So if there's still time to enter because we allow 50% finished objects in this cow. You can knit for a child, you can knit for an adult, it's up to you. But if you have a half object of this kind of knitting, this is a perfect opportunity for you to finish it and be eligible for prizes in both our groups. There is an FO thread now in both my group and in hers. So yeah, you can check that out in both our Ravelry groups. Yeah, I'm not going to mention the other two cows because those are upcoming and this is just a short video, but there's a teaser for you. It's coming, it's coming. I have a couple of prizes to announce, Cal winners. First, I want to mention that the wonderful Ellie from the Skander Knits podcast here on YouTube gifted me a wonderful sock pattern. I think she calls it Color My World. I hosted a giveaway for this pattern on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and you're interested in giveaways, you might want to follow me over there because I'm not going to announce it in every other social media. It's just going to happen and you need to pay attention. That's how it is. So thank you, Ellie, for that. She also gifted me a couple, no, she didn't give me a couple of socks. She gifted me a copy of the pattern. My goodness, I am way out of hand on this. Anyway, March winner for my resolutions Cal is And I did this, I always do this with random number generator on my phone. And I did this when I woke up April 1st. So March winner resolutions Cal post number 10, and I'm probably going to butcher the name, but I'm going to try no matter what. Amisa. And Amisa knits my pattern, which is a free pattern for a washcloth, and I called it Dot. It's a lacy washcloth. And yeah, it was a wonderful knit. Congratulations on your prize. Please contact me on Ravelry via a personal message to tell me that you've seen it so that I can ship you your prize. And then there's the 1000 subscriber giveaway, and I'm sorry for not looking in the camera, but I really need to concentrate on my show notes because there's a lot of things going on around me these days, so I need to focus. The 1000 subscriber giveaway of Vita Mikkelborg's book Luer, which translates into beanies, was post number 14, which is Minionate. And I know this face because I'm starting to recognize a whole lot of people. So congratulations. I know that you're Norwegian. I know you live in Norway. So please contact me on a personal message on Ravelry, letting me know that you've seen this and give me your full name and shipping address so that I can forward that to Bita so that she can send you your prize. Congratulations to both winners. It's very exciting. I love giving away stuff. FOs, finished objects. I can flash a couple. I've made a lot, and I've made project pages on Ravelry on everything, so you can keep on track on there if you're interested. I'm wearing one of them. I released a pattern, Mock Me Not socks, and I can include pictures of that here, of course. And then I made some thicker woolen socks because living in the Arctic, that is something you need. And I'm going to click back onto the camera so I see what I'm doing. And it's backwards, you guys. Man. So this is a pair of socks in Jarbo, Mellanragi. It's knit on 3mm needles. I've done the Mock Me Not pattern on the sides of the sock. So this is the front of the sock. So the Mock Me Not goes all the way to the toe and stops there. And on the back, it goes on half the side of the legs. So it's an easy pattern to mix up as you please. I have one pair in this colorway available on the Ravelry project page. I'm not going to go into very much detail. And I also made one in blue. And I love this colorway. Look at this colorway, you guys. This is so beautiful. I just love the light turquoise and the white together. I just love these. And these, nope, they don't match. So yeah. And the same thing on half of the sock. And nope, did not do a ribbed toe for that one. And this pair I've been wearing for a while, so I'm not going to flash it too close to the camera because it's all cat hair and stuff like that, but there's also a green pair. And this one has the Mock Me Not pair pattern all the way around. Probably sprinkling a little dust and cat hair in my tea here, but who cares? So yeah, 4 pairs of socks, 3 that I've shown you, 1 that I'm wearing. I've also made coasters that are not here anymore, and I've made round tablecloth, but I did not end up being happy with it. And both the coasters and the tablecloth are Tunisian crocheted with a 3mm needle. So I'm giving away the tablecloth to a thrift store. Maybe somebody will like to use it. I don't know. The reason I didn't like it is because I used 2 different yarns for that. So, well, it was 2 different yarns in it, but the thickness of it wasn't the same, so it came out all wavy in the ends or in the outer round. So, yeah, it needs to lay flat for me to like it, so I'm giving that away. And the coasters were a gift, so I don't have them anymore, but there is a Ravelry page on everything that I'm talking about in this impromptu episode. So, stick with me. Oh yeah, and I made a couple of bluebirds of happiness. One I don't have here. I made it with yarn that Lorraine from Lorraine Pugh Designs. She also has a podcast here on YouTube. She's also wonderful. She dyed this yarn. This was her first dye attempt, and she sent it to me, and I made a bluebird of happiness with it. You can't say that it's a bluebird of happiness, and I don't have it within reach, so I can't show you. I will see what I can do for the next episode. But I have used it, and this is what I have left. I think it was a 20 something gram ball she sent me. Wonderful. And I also made a yellow one. Let's see if I can find it, because it's not mine anymore. It's the cat. Got it. All right, let's see if I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so this is supposed to be a bluebird of happiness, but I, stuffed the tail, and I wasn't supposed to stuff the tail, and it's not all good. So I threw it to the floor. Makula played with it for about 10 minutes, and that was that. But I have bought more yarn to knit more of these. It's on my resolutions list for this year, which brings me back to the resolutions, Cal, by the way. And so I can cross it off. I have knitted, but I'm not very happy with it. I showed a picture of this on Instagram, and people loved it. So people and I don't agree. Anyway, let's throw that back to the cats. Totally all over the place today. I have no idea if I'm even gonna try to post this. I'm seeing just unsubscribe all over the place. The last finished object that I'm going to show you is what I'm wearing. It's the Setesdalkofte that I've been knitting for a couple of months. There's been a lot of times that I didn't knit on it, but it's wonderful. I'm going to include pictures of it. But yeah, this is how it turned out. Wooden buttons. Little misplacing on the button so that the pattern doesn't really match up, which bothers me. But it is so comfortable. It's so warm and it's so wonderful. So yeah, I am very happy with it. It's knit in drops Flora. You can find how many yards or meters I used, how many grams I used, and how many skeins I used, and what colors on the project page. And yeah, this is a pattern that the traditional Marius pattern is based on. This has been a favorite of mine since before I was 10 years old. So in case you're new to this podcast, you're not getting the whole story in case you wasn't, aware of that. But yeah, so I've been wanting this for more than 20 years because I'm past 30 now. So I think it's absolutely wonderful. Yeah, so new things. I mentioned already that Eli from Skinderness gifted me a copy of her new sock design, Color My World. And if I haven't been able to insert a picture of it here without totally asking permission, I'm just going to send you over to mine or her Instagram because it's a beautiful pair of socks. And it's color work, you guys. You know us Norwegians and color work. We're all about the color work. All right. Now, new things. I bought some yarn for a project that I meant to have finished for April. For reasons that I'm not going to go into, it's not going to be finished for April. But I still have the yarn. I was planning on making Tunisian tablecloths again in vanilla color and nature color. Let's see if I can see what I'm doing. So this is Drops Loves You number 6 and 7. And I'm hoping that these will make, is it not focusing at all? Yeah, using a webcam because I'm at mom's place. I don't have my tripod. So Drops Loves You number 6, nature. Drops Loves You number 7, vanilla. I think that I may need to use one color for one and stick with that. I don't know. Anyway, those were supposed to be for Easter, but I'm not going to be at home for Easter. So I'm putting that on hold, but I'm still Loving the yarn. And then the yarn that I bought for the Bluebird of Happiness is this one. It's a very Norwegian yarn. It's Mor Åse Norsk Ull, available at Rema 1000, which is, you know, store that has it all. It's not. It's a grocery store. And a lot of grocery stores here, most grocery stores here actually sell yarn. So this is much more yellow than it comes up on camera. Also, it's mirrored, so I'm excited to see how that pales out. Anyway, and this is very typical in our region, 50-gram ball of yarn, skein of yarn, and 93 meters. I have no idea what that converts into yards, but it's not a lot. And it's 100% Norwegian wool, and it has the Norwegian flag. Yeah, well, it has a Norwegian flag on there. Yeah, that was the yarn I'm going to show you. I have more, but it's not very available. Okay. I love Pukati. It's absolutely amazing. All right, so Easter time. When Easter comes, magazines here tend to pop in quiz magazines because Norwegian Easter is about, I'm still in new things by the way, in case you were wondering. Easter in Norway is all about board games and Yahtzee and knitting and lighting a bonfire and eating oranges and barbecuing sausages and marshmallows and eating chocolates and drinking coffee and tea and soda. And we are all about the påske, which is the Norwegian word for Easter. Påske. In the magazines, they like to include knitting patterns. This, mirrored. This is the one that I knit a few months ago before I moved north. And it is the Setesdalkofte. And so yeah, there's some pattern folder for that. And I'm going to show you all the new pattern books and folder that I have here. And just so you know, if you're interested to see what's inside, that is going to happen, just not in this episode. So this way you have something to look forward to as well. My mom is, with my help, downsizing. She, like me, had a lot of stuff stored away, and she figured she needed to do something about that. So she's also giving away and throwing away, and in all that stuff, there were 4 books. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's all retro, so that's cool. If you've been with me from the beginning-ish, you know that I had a retro pattern flip through on the podcast where I flipped through the magazines that I inherited from my grandma. About that part will be back, you guys, because my mom has more of that in her bedroom in a shelf that I'm going to take over. So that pattern flip through book, that's going to come back. All right. So book number 1. This is idea book. Idébok, it says down here. Ideas. So the first one is about yarn, I think. I don't know. It shows you what you need to knit. I think it's just the basics, you know. So, and then book number 2. Check out that picture. Yeah, it's not going to focus, is it? So sorry. Yeah. Can't wait to flip through that one. And then there's number 3. So those 3 came in a series of 3 books. And, ooh, goodness. Gotta love it. And then there's the 4th book. Creative, Modern, and Joy of Knitting. As just sometimes Norwegian doesn't translate very well into English without. Yeah, this is just patterns, I believe. Yeah, so this is a pattern book that we'll be flipping through. And I have 2 books. that I bought. Now, I know that I've already had a giveaway, but I talked about Britta Mikkelberg's book Luer Beanies. I didn't buy that. I could have, I should have. But she has so many other goodies. This is, I don't have the 2016 one. I really wish I did. This is a knitting calendar. Oh! Alright, so this is knitting calendar for 2017. It has one of these so that you can mark where you are. And 1 month equals 1 pattern. That's Britta. One of the greatest designers in Norway. And it has this December, January. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, well, you've seen a calendar, you know what it looks like, right? And it has January down here with the dates. You can put in, you know, arrangements and stuff that you're going to. And there's patterns in here. There's socks with color work. I don't think these are available outside Northern, let's see, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, maybe? I don't know. And there's a pattern in here that I cannot wait to knit. I've been drooling over it for years. I'm saying years because that's what it feels like, but she's doing like me. She's adding own notes so that you can take your own notes as you knit. That is very handy. There's a pattern in here called Polymnia. I'm probably butchering that name. Mittens, fingerless mittens. And I cannot wait to knit them because they are so beautiful. She has a pair of socks with the same pattern from the first book she gave out, published. Beautiful. Those are on my resolutions list. And then there's Strømper, Strikking hele året. This is a wonderful book. Oh my goodness. I bought it because of the, you know, I probably did what a lot of other people did, bought it because of the pair of socks on the front, which are above knee or to knee high socks in Fair Isle knitting or stranded work knitting. Stranded work is a Fair Isle technique, so you know we can debate on that, but we're not gonna. Ah, those look so comfy. Oh, new books, they smell so good. And it's not just pattern work, it's lace, you know, it's something for everybody, which she always does. Her patterns are very clearly written out, so if you're Norwegian, Danish, or Swedish, maybe even Icelandic or Finnish, yes. You know what, I'm just gonna call it quits here because I've been rambling for 25 minutes. I'm gonna edit out a whole lot of it, so I'm just gonna keep on sipping my tea. And as I always, you guys, end my videos, whoever you are, wherever you are, be kind, be good, and have a very, very nice day. And this time, I can also say Happy Easter. And if you don't celebrate any holidays, may you have a wonderful few days. Thank you so much for watching. Go find me in social media, join the Nordic Stitches Ravelry Group, and find me and friends, chat, participate in cows, and have a whole lot of fun. Bye! Oh my goodness, I cannot let it be 3 weeks until the next time because this was embarrassing.